Hi, Leo. I love you, honey. Yes, you're going to hear background noise. I have the back door open and the fan on. So let's see. We're going to do a Celtic for you, Leo. Holy angels, Holy spirits. Oh. Intuitively heartbroken. Emotional thoughts, King of Wands, Leo or masculine, reflecting on working together with the soulmate in judgment, past life judgment, rebuilding the foundation after a past life judgment. Woo! Let's see. Holy angels, Holy spirits, to the divine above, angels and ancestor gods. What can Leo know? Let's cut it. I'll make sure you can see the table. Where you're starting out is Temperance, 3 Pentacles. Your challenge is the King of Cups. Wow. 7 Wands. Could be a Scorpio taking up for you. Somebody's standing up for you. Or that's the challenge. Foundation, Chariot, 8 Cups. Recent past, the Hangman. Oh, with the 5 Wands. You got left hanging in the middle of the challenge. Well, what's at the top of your spread? The truth will be justified. That's a spiritually balanced truth. Will not be able to doubt it. What's coming in? 8 Swords, a Magician. Your internal energy. 5 Cups, King of Wands. External energy, 8 Wands, Ace of Wands. Wow. Advice in this reading. Page of Cups, 9 Pentacles. Potential outcome, 4 Wands. Ooh, Page of Wands. You've initiated, it's a spark of interest, either with a twin or somewhere where you feel really, really comfortable. That 4 of Wands, it's a happy life, happy home. Even the dog eats good. One of you have actually, you know, raised the children. You've raised the family. You've raised the children. You are not responsible for anybody but yourself. Ace of Cups. 3 Wands. A plan and preparation of a foresight of new love. Or that Ace of Cups is either new love or a new profound love of self. So let's clarify. I do want to point out your external energy here, they're communicating with new energy. Or they're receiving messages to get new energy. Ace of Wands. The challenge is 7 Wands. Your external energy, you have 8 Wands and the Ace of Wands. So this is a new perspective, a new energy to communicate with. Because in the past, you have 5 Wands. Okay? So you take 5 and 7, that's going to leave 2 Wands. Patiently waiting for the right time. So the zodiac signs that are here in the main spread: Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus. So let's see. Leo. Where your reading's going to start is Temperance and the 3 of Pentacles. Coming together peacefully. That's what this is. With peace and contentment. Rebuilding the foundation peacefully. Let's see. What's the internal energy for here? 4 Swords. 7 Swords. You're actually blocking any interferences, deception, deceit, lying, cheating, stealing kind of people. You're just not doing it. You've already reflected on what would interfere with you rebuilding, putting everything together like it's supposed to be, peacefully. It's blocking deception, blocking interferences. Where's the external energy right there? Well, they're going through a transformation. That deep, emotional, immense transformation there. Death card, full. They're releasing their self. They're getting ready to have a new beginning. They're releasing themselves from argumentative thoughts. They're arguing with their own emotional thoughts. And that's why the challenge is in the King of Cups and the Seven Wands. There's a masculine here that's about to stand up for his own emotions, making an emotional stand. Chose an emotional battle. Let's ask, where's the feminine there? Standing up for the King of Cups, making a stand. The feminine, 8 Pentacles in reverse, unfocused, success. If she can't focus on it, or she wouldn't be successful, or she has successfully recognized that there's unfocused there, some sort of unfocused, not mastered it yet. Ooh. Where is the masculine in this challenge? 7 Wands, King of Cups. Well, it's coming out with the Queen of Swords. Could be a rich air sign, destified air sign. 2, recognize that 6 Wands. Boundaries, successful reconsideration of Leo. Alone. Ooh. Well, what does the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles? Because she is the opposite of the Queen of Wands, just in case you don't know. What is her purpose in the challenge? Adapting. Page of Cups. Struggling with the offer of independence. Okay, so you have someone that's about to make a stand and free themselves to be able to transition. Because what are they going to transition from? Because it's just saying right here that she's a very smart woman that's rich. There's no emotion in the offer. Look at that. Behind the scenes, King of Pentacles following through with ending the cycle to be able to reconsider. 9 Wands, 8 Wands, Ace of Wands. Reconsider leaving home. To be comfortable with the successful recognition of emotional, confusing strength card. Leo, look, true soulmate. They know you're a soulmate twin. King of Swords. This is the woman or man that's going to help your person say, you know what, I deserve better. They could be with this Queen of Swords up to 10 years. Know her for up to 10 years. That could pack a punch on a person. So the challenge is here is for a masculine to stand up for where he's at emotionally. If he don't fucking love it, he don't love it. Man. In the foundation, the Chariot and that 8 of Cups is in the foundation. Okay, so the Chariot, it's a movement card, relocating. It's also leaving it all behind. Cups too, secretly. Where's the feminine here? Ace of Swords in reverse. She's not clear. Shh. No clarity behind the scenes, masculine. When you follow through with confusion to justify it, you have to bring it out in public. She is not connecting as long as it's behind the scenes. This divine feminine said no. In the foundation, it has to be public recognition, not at a fast food place. No. Where's the masculine here? The Chariot, 8 Cups. Look, yep, the Lover's connection. This got him interested in the connection. That Page of Wands is in the outcome. Page of Wands, the Lovers, Page of Wands, and the 1111, 4 Wands. See, the 1111, yeah, it's a happy life, happy home, but these people have no children. They've already raised their children. Yeah, King of Swords, where they can start thinking straight. Aquarius energy, Emperor. Oh my gosh. That's when the masculine's going to be able to come out, when he has no responsibility but himself. He still looks after people. But he's not giving any extra energy to anyone. Not even his children if they don't deserve it. What is changing in this masculine that is causing external people to notice? That Two Pentacles. It's going back to Leo. Or he's adapting to the Leo power. Oh, they're calling him a traitor. Why would they be doing that? Because the cycle ended. He's no longer reconsidering without support in the different path of interest. There's that Two of Wands and the 7 Wands there. Patiently waiting to make a stand. And that's the 9 Wands here, to make a stand. Maybe holding back the Emperor. She's going to be confused. It's going to bring her confusion. Maybe sexual confusion. Sex for love. Lust or love. The Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. A plan and preparation to master and acknowledge that through this emotional confusion, that's the Justified Strength card right there. Justified to follow through with the Leo energy justifiably. Spiritually balanced. So the masculine, he's interested in the Lover's connection. But what he leaves behind, he's got to leave behind for good. I'm going to tell you what they're saying is like, friends, he won't be able to connect with them. They won't be able to hang out. He won't be meeting them at the bars and stuff like that. Family, he's going to cut some ties in family because of the way they've treated him in the past. And his internal decisions, he's just going to do what's right. He's going to just start doing what's right by his own human sake. Indeed. Recent past. 5 Wands and the Hangman. You got left hanging in the middle of a challenge, argument, jealousy. Somebody left you hanging because of jealousy. But the Hangman here, you know, you're tied upside down by your feet. No support in the challenge. You didn't support the challenge. Look, you could be looking for a long-term partnership with a Sagittarius, or you know that to level with this soulmate, the other woman has to cheat. Yeah, and that's going to clarify the justice. That's going to bring justifiably, clarify the feminine is going to be justified by the confusion of the Queen of Cups. She didn't, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, those are water energy, Scorpio, Cancer. So the masculine could be standing up against a woman that's wearing a mask. This Queen of Swords, she's not a Queen of Cups. It's going to be something he never forgets, though. Let's see what happened. 9 Wands. So this is what has him guarded. This is what he's reconsidering. He's reconsidering the boundaries. Unemotionally fulfilled. Or this is a masculine that is missing long-term partnerships. Something that's going to last forever. Well, you got to cut those past people out first. Your external energy has 8 Wands, Ace of Wands. That's 9 wands there. Reconsidering the boundaries that has been crossed. They're also missing energy. Oh, there you go. They're also missing energy that when somebody comes towards you to challenge you, they're tired of being around people that brings drama to themselves and then act like the victim. They're putting those 5 wands and those 5 cups and stirring all those pots. They're reconsidering what they're going to support and what they're not. Because this Queen of Cups, she's watching. Look at this fucking shit. Whoever this is, Cancer, Capricorn, and there's the Hangman. Whoever this is better be returning to sender, bitch. Because you have this feminine coming out here with the Knight of Cups. A friend watching. Toxic love. Look at this. This is the ex, the counterpart to the King of Pentacles. She's curious if he's going to have a second chance with the twin flame that he left hanging. Well, it's got to happen in public. And yes, he will. Once he gets his emotions in check. Once he gets a chance to get the offer. Yes, he will. Oh my gosh. Where is the Divine Feminine? Hangman, 5 wands. Let's see real quick. You're not going to accept anything from this person with external people. They better come alone. Yes. The 5 wands and the devil. This is attachments trying to jump on your back. Jealous. The devil is jealous of this fucking feminine. Fuck you. Leo feminine worked for what they did. They worked for where they are. They didn't ask nobody for help. They didn't ask nobody for money. They did without a lot of things. And what they did was self-preserved. And that's how they got their brand new energy. Yeah. Public recognition. Public even knows. Without support and love. And this also caused the Leo to get a new perspective on the cups that they want to stir. The cups that they want to stick the straw in. You understand me? Woo! Man or woman, you know, you think about before, you know, those one night stands, y'all. When you go for a long time without sex, you're a fire sign. Sometimes you just can't help yourself, but the Leos on this channel, I've had a couple personals, and they have also told me, they're like, look, I'm home before 6 o'clock. It's not because of my age, it's because I know myself. So, what is the advice for the Leo right there? Cornucopia, baby. Temperance. Be at peace with your cornucopia. You deserve it. You got Temperance and Empress. Be at peace with your riches. Be at peace with your abundance. Be at peace with your justified, overflowing cornucopia. If you don't know what cornucopia means, search it. Top of this spread, justice. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. Well, my love, it's going to be justified by the star. The divine is going to bring this truth. Once you get the star, yeah, you know, normal humans have 5 senses. Well, when you get the star, this is the 6th sense kicking in. Spiritually balanced truth. Justice either comes as blessings or lessons, karma or destiny. Let's see where the divine feminine is here. Page of Swords. The Moon. She's looking for some truth, some sort of small clarity behind the scenes. This is a justified spiritual baptism. Yes. A planned preparation of a foresight of thought. She's also, this feminine's also turning her back on anything that she is thinking of too much emotionally. If it makes her cry a little bit, she'll cry a little bit, and then she'll wipe herself up. And she'll take it as a lesson. She'll blame herself. This is a feminine that'll blame herself. Where's the masculine here? Justice in the Star, Libra, and Aquarius energy. Damn. So the masculine, he's coming out with the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. 10 Swords. He's at a dead end with the feminine water sign, soulmate, level. He's tired. That's why the challenge is the King of Cups and the 7 Wands. This Queen of Cups is wearing a mask. Queen of Swords and the 10 Pentacles. But the masculine, she's actually depleting his mentality. That cycle needs to end. Emperor. Or you can start over. Wipe the slate clean for yourself. Or you can wipe yourself off. Take you a good shower. Scrub down. Yep. You need to buy some olives or something that's pickled and drink the juice. Is what you need to be doing. Oh my God. Yep. What's the purpose of this Queen of Cups? Oh my gosh. The Sun and the Moon, the Page of Pentacles, to start over with the Yin and the Yang. She's going to push it to a breaking point right there. And the 10 Swords is the minor arcana for the Tower. That's when the Star is going to bring them a new perspective. Okay, the Tower is going to bring the truth. Something shocking is going to bring the truth. That's what's going to allow the twin flame connection to be more focused. Let's see. Don't want to be shown. Yeah. Spiritual arguments. Spiritual warfare. Focus more on spiritual warfare. Oh my gosh. A power couple working together for the divine. Once you do that, yeah, you're going to be abundant, all right. Yeah. Once you get together, you will be abundant. What's coming in this reading? Somebody could be manifesting in confusion. Somebody does not know how to manifest. Bringing one's dreams into reality. This could also be trickery of the mind. Yeah, slingshot that hoe. Yeah, return to sender, honey. Yes. Struggling with what they know. You're going to start all over at the crossroads. Okay, so that's the 2 Swords, 8 Swords. That's going to be your 10 Swords. So this is where the Queen of Cups is where the third party kicked in. Going back and forth trying to figure out what the truth is. That 4 Cups, Ace of Wands, a new perspective of the offer. A new interesting offer. Well, where's the confusion coming from? Was it what they wished for to rebuild on? Yeah, because they were wearing a mask. Whoever, you know, the devil was once an angel himself, is going to come in exactly what you asked for. So your person actually manifested this while they were in confusion. They were struggling with seeing it for what it is. So wiping the slate clean, starting over brand new. They have initiated a reflection. You have that Star is in the Lantern and the Hermit. Soul searching, baby. King of Cups, emotional challenges, conflict, drama. It's like their emotions has been tested over and over and over again to where they need not to allow their heart to be used as a pincushion. They're going to want a second chance after this reflection. After the Hermit. I'm asking what they're reflecting on. The King of Swords and the 8 Swords. They need to make smarter decisions even though they are confused. The King of Swords with that 8 Swords up there, they are probably breaking down every piece of the aspect that they don't understand. And that's without knowing. They're so reflecting. They're actually manifesting it without knowing it. So don't head set in negative thoughts. The devil hears what you say. They don't hear what you think. Just saying. Your internal energy, 5 Cups and the King of Pentacles. Either you're missing a long-term relationship with the Taurus energy, or this is a masculine regretting on what he's followed through with, what he has committed himself with. 3 Cups in reverse and the Knight of Cups. Not coming together with you. Negative friends. He's got to turn his back on them. And he's thinking now, if he wouldn't have never looked at him in the eye, he wouldn't need to say goodbye. Something like that. Yeah, without emotion. Clearly no emotion. No soul. And see, this true sword right here is right here in this 4 of Swords. It's hidden. Hidden interferences, hidden deception. But could have only followed through with it because they wasn't happy emotionally. 5 Cups is when you pay more attention to the 3 Cups. That's spilt wine in the sand. What are you going to do? Suck it out of the sand? What are you going to do? Stick a straw there and suck it out of the sand? While you have those 2 Cups behind them, standing up full of water. Fresh water. Where's the feminine? King of Pentacles, 5 Cups. She's not doing the one night stand kind of things. 5 Wands, and that's the challenge. That's why people are jealous of her. Yeah, that's why people are jealous. Masculine. He's going to end this cycle for this cup. To be able to level with the blessing. Look, to level with the Queen of Pentacles. He's got to justify the spiritual realm. Spiritually balanced by the divine. That's a spiritual baptism. Yeah. Woo! Strategically thinking about the 4 of Wands. That's a masculine ascending. This is masculine understanding that the only one that can make him comfortable where he wants to be is the divine above. Even if he has to... What is one thing that this masculine wishes he didn't need to do? So when you're manifesting, when he's manifesting, or feminine, when you're manifesting, you're thinking about this one. Don't think about the negative stuff. Yeah, he's thinking about the level. King of Swords, the Hierophant, truth. He's wondering how the divine's going to level up the clarity for him. Don't wonder. Don't wonder. Because it's going to come out where it's going to be undoubtful. This external energy, quickly communicating with a new energy, new perspective, new interest. 7 Wands. You must have had an argument with this person, that Knight of Swords. If you had an argument with them, they are analyzing every word you said in there. They're like, wait a minute. It's a successful recognition of a contract with interest. That's 2 aces in a hole. They could be wanting to rush in and invest in what? The King of Wands. They want to invest in one contract. Emotionally confused right there. The Empress. He can't. This is the King of Wands that cannot get this divine feminine off his mind. And there could also be a feminine that's been seen as ascending to her abundance. King and the Queen of Swords are ascension pair. So what's the Knight of Swords for the external energy, Gemini? Non-committal, fake contract. You're going to know when somebody falsely commits. When they stop standing up for the third party. Instead of standing up for themselves. Yep. The advice in this reading, Page of Cups, 9 Pentacles. Happy, independent, self-assured, confident, and single. And with the Page of Cups and 9 of Pentacles together, that's an apology to yourself. Your advice is to apologize to yourself or spark the interest of emotion within. Let's see. I'm going to clarify the feminine and masculine here. Where's the feminine? Page of Cups, 9 Pentacle. 9 Swords. She could have had nightmares about being recognized in public. Don't do it to yourself, feminine. Get up. Revise yourself. Why would she be stressing? What's the 9 Swords? She knows judgment's coming. Breaker 19, calling on the divine. Father, can you hear me? She knows that the masculine's been judged, heartbroken. The offer made him strategically think about the level of women that was challenging his mentality. That, my friend, had to be justified through the quick communication, thinking about that soulmate to rebuild with. Wow. So she's just worried about the masculine getting independent. She's also worried about how successful it's going to be. She's also recognized what you think about during the day, you dream about at night. So she's apologizing to herself for her thoughts during the day, so she don't dream about at night. Soulmate separation. That she's separated from a soulmate she's been waiting for. Feminine. Where's the masculine in this Page of Cups, 9 Pentacle? Masculine. Okay, that 8 Swords is up there. He is releasing the mental restriction, the mind imprisonment there. 7 Cups. 8 Swords, 7 Cups, that's going to leave the Ace of Swords. Daydreaming, night thinking, seeing the bigger picture. Being able to release the confusion through thought. Heartbroken. Judgment. They're sad about that breaker 19, calling on the divine. Father, can you hear me kind of thing? What makes them so sad? Because they have to leave everything behind to reconnect with that soulmate. Carrying the burdens. Well, those have to, the divine's about to bring the tower down on those 10 wands. Whatever this masculine's been carrying that he doesn't belong to him, he's about to drop it like hotcakes. That's how he's going to release the confusion. If it's not his problem, he's not going to do it. And then he's going to take it down to the Page of Wands and the 11, 4 wands. So that's almost 5 wands. He wants to stabilize the interest. The 8 Cups. The masculine this time don't want emotions. He doesn't want to put emotions into it this time. Feminine. He wants to focus. 8. He wants to focus on his emotional level and emotionally. He's mastered. How's he mastered it? He's waiting to level at the crossroads with the Empress. He's waiting to see her. He's waiting to see her. He wants to know if she wants the same thing. He's like, get behind me, honey. Let's go. Oh. Well, what is in that 8 Cups for this masculine? You know, he's sparked an interest in this twin flame connection because King of Cups, 9 Cups. He hits right. 8 of Cups in reverse. You know why? Because he's going to the 9 Cups. A wish fulfillment. He didn't get his wish before. This Emperor, yeah, has been enlightened. He could have to turn his back on family to be able to prepare for the spiritual energy that's coming in. He's got a clean house, energetically. Where's the divine feminine? 4 wands, Page of Wands. Leo. You have the 2 swords. She's also blocking out friends to be able to empower the Emperor. Yeah, on his throne. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Let me see what it says. Ace of Pentacles. The only way that she will show him any sexual attention is if he commits to her for life. It would be in the marriage and annulment or whatever y'all do that you are not allowed to divorce. Coming together with what you're looking for and then leaving with the responsibility to follow through when it's time to start thinking straight, doing it by the book. Not needing to separate to do it right. Able to talk it out. Well, this feminine's also unsure if she can trust it until the masculine is in the King of Cups mode, Scorpio energy. She wants him to love himself. He's untruthful. Didn't tell her the truth on what he was standing for until he sparked her interest. He woke her up. He woke her up. He woke up her emotions and then didn't nurture them, is what she says. Well, what would this feminine like to say to the masculine in this reading? Uh-oh, she called him straight out. She said, masculine, offer. Or she's talking about the rejection. What's the Four of Cups? Look. You get the offer of temptation of your wish fulfillment. She said, was it worth it? Feminine. She said, that's what she said. That's 9 cups of hot water. And then you add 4. The feminine, don't gloat, feminine. This feminine, she has the Four of Cups, and we clarified the Four of Cups, okay? The Four of Cups is when the third party has been paid more attention to, and then this Ace of Cups is ignored. So once you ignore Starseed Ascension, the devil has all rights to you. She said, did you get what you wished for? Or she could be saying, you ignore me because you obsessively drink. She'll be looking into that at the crossroads, she said. She said, we'll talk about that more later. What would this masculine like to say to the feminine? It's a hidden blockage. Four of Swords, Truth Swords hidden. This was in reverse. Unknowingly, this is a masculine that don't know why. Let's see. 6. He has recognized that the tower's got there's going to be a successful tower. But there's just one hidden blockage. There has to be an argument with this Queen of Cups. And she's blocking the argument. Once, like anything he asks for, he's going to get. He's trying to piss her off. Where he can leave. That 5 swords. This is a mental challenge. And start all over. There's the 10 swords. We're clarifying the Queen of Cups. He's got to wipe the slate clean of being undermined all the time. Making him feel like he's stupid. He's patiently waiting, and the more he waits, the more thoughts build up. So if you're a water sign, if you're in those 7 cups, you're manifesting. Patiently waiting for the right time to choose an emotional choice. Look at that. You got the Queen of Wands in the Hierophant. Six Wands. Knight of Cups. This masculine is not confident that the feminine would want to be seen in public around his friends. Well, why did the Queen of Wands come in reverse? Because she got boundaries. Yeah, when it comes to her family. She reconsiders where she's comfortable, and that's got the mouse one thinking shit might blow up. She might say something to the friends. Yeah. Planning and preparing for the lover's connection, because this is a connection that'll bounce back. If not here on earth, it'll come from heaven. Damn. I love you guys.